Welcome back, beautiful souls, to our fifth episode of Spirituality with Kayun. Today, I want to share with you the food yogis eat at the ashram and the benefits of incorporating more plant based meals in our diet. Last week, I talked about my experience in spiritual gatherings and how I missed the 6 a.m. session the following morning. Instead, I woke up late and head straight to brunch. As I arrived at the dining area, there were many people holding hands in a circle and chanting, singing once again. I was starting to realize that yoga is a lot about chanting. Two girls let go of each other's hands and invited me into the circle. Though I didn't know what they were saying, I felt happy, and for some reason, I had this at home kind of feeling. These lovely beings then began to form a line for the buffet style vegetarian food. As I wait in line, a yogi asked if I was new. I told her yes, though I wasn't sure what she meant to ask. Was I new to this ashram, this retreat program, new to yoga? Was it my first time here having brunch? Or was this some kind of cult that people get initiated into? She explained to me that they always sing a little prayer to thank the universe for purifying the delicious and wholesome sattvic food. There were so many things I didn't understand in that statement, even though I knew almost all the words. How does food become purified? Have I been eating unclean food or impurities all my life? The universe can cleanse our food? Didn't want to sound too lost. I figure I just question her about the word that sound absolutely foreign to me. Sattvic, I asked. She replied, often people think a vegetarian diet must be healthy, but it is not always the case. There are food that stimulates us and makes us excited and restless, such as onion, garlic, hot chili peppers, caffeinated products, sugar, soft drinks, Red Bull, etc. And these aren't so suitable as we're trying to achieve inner peace in our practice. Then there are food that makes us feel heavy, lazy, dull. And this would make it very difficult to get out of bed for, say, our early morning meditation. These types of food include meats, seafood, processed food, fast food, frozen food, leftovers, prepackaged food, snacks, chips, alcohol, and such. Pretty much all the food that we love to indulge in. The best diet would be to consume pure and wholesome vegetarian food, which is called a sattvic diet. Sattvic food, like fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, herbal tea, and such, allows us to become more peaceful, more aware, and more mindful each and every day. Then I thought to myself, wow, my diet has been quite stimulating and dulling. The terms for that are actually rajasic, which means very passionate, lots of stimulation and excitement or restlessness. And tamasic, which means very heavy, dull, dark, lazy, or inert. All day at the office, I would drink caramel lattes or hazelnut cappuccinos, sometimes even a double shot espresso. And then after work, I would more often than not chill out at a rooftop bar with a glass of martini or a gin and tonic. Very often, I hear people tell me they're vegetarian and they eat fish and seafood. The term for that is actually pescatarian. People always ask if eating eggs or dairy products are allowed, and the answer to that depends on what kind of vegetarian they are. The yogis at the ashram follow a lacto-vegetarian diet, which means dairy products are allowed. People following this diet don't take meats, fish, seafood, or eggs. In fact, most people in India, where yoga originated, don't eat beef. Cows are very sacred in India and they roam everywhere. Even in the middle of the crossroads, sometimes you would find a cow. I remember someone once telling me that's how the term holy cow came to be. The cow protection movement is also quite big in India. These days, many modern yogis are vegans, which means they choose not to eat any animal products, as well as not wearing things like fur, leather, wool, down, or even using products that have been tested on animals. Not only did I discover all these different types of vegetarian diet, but the mood of the cook or the chef is of significance as well. You know how they say you can taste the food when it's made from love? Apparently, the opposite applies as well. If we're not cooking with love and instead with lots of stress and anger, that energy or consciousness goes into the food as well. And that is why the yogis were chanting the prayer before the meal to purify the food. The mantras or sacred sounds wash away impurities so we don't ingest any of the negative energy. In fact, more than a decade ago, while I was studying with Dharma Mitra, who is an absolutely amazing yoga master, I believe he's now 83 years old and still teaching. After one of his classes, I asked him, "What does it take to become a yoga teacher?" And guess what he answered? So he didn't say we needed to master all the inversions or advanced postures. He didn't say we needed to perform serious austerities, nor did he say we needed to fast for X amount of days or go to a meditation retreat and sit in silence for 2 weeks. However, what he did say was a yoga teacher needs to have compassion. Compassion for all living beings. There's a very important ethical principle in yoga philosophy called ahimsa. It's the Sanskrit term for nonviolence. These days, people practice vegetarianism or veganism for many reasons. For better health, to trim the body, maybe medical reasons, for the animals, the environment, the rainforests, for our planet, for world hunger, and much more. But yogis practice mainly because of ahimsa. They don't want to cause suffering unto others. And this compassion is extended to all living beings, not just human. I remember a teacher once said that when animals get killed, they fear, they cry, they have lots of anger and hatred. That consciousness or energy stays in the piece of steak or chicken on your plate. And in that way, under a rajasic or tamasic diet, we may have more fear, hatred, anger, and other negative tendencies. You ever notice that the monks at the monasteries are generally more calm, serene, and peaceful? Perhaps it could be because of this ahimsa diet that they follow. After I got my plates of food, I found a place to sit on the deck and looked out at the magnificent Atlantic Ocean. I closed my eyes and just had this natural inclination to give thanks to someone. Though I wasn't exactly sure who it was, I felt there was a presence. In the next episode, I will share with you how I started becoming more grateful and joyful in each and every moment during the rest of my stay. Thank you all for listening. I love to connect with you all. Please do reach out to me on my Instagram. My handle is kyun_. I would love to hear your comments, suggestions, and feedback if you have any. The lights within me bows to the divine lights within you. Namaste, everyone.